Hi, this is Morgan Long, and this is my AEP 858 Module 17 Data Protocol Analysis. I'm going to start by discussing the two questions that we were supposed to reflect on. And so the first one was, how will your teachers react to being given a protocol to help with their data dialogue and data discussions? So I think my teachers will react positively to having a format where they can follow and fill out, because a lot of teachers understand the value of data collection and analysis, but they don't really know where to start. And so I think this kind of gives them a way to make sure everyone in the team's involved, and to make sure that they're all following the protocol. And so I think this just gives them a little more organization and structure with it. Our school already kind of fills out a PLC agenda that I kind of use the same format for, but I just made it related to data, so I think it'll be an easy transition for them. And then the second one was, how can your protocol be adapted to work with different subjects and give different groups of people? My protocol that I developed is a pretty simple protocol that really it can be adapted to any subject or age range. So I included in here that the vision team member will be the one that comes back to the team and tells them what kind of data they're analyzing that day. So at our school we have a vision team where there's one representative from each grade level, and then with the administration and the counselor and social worker, and they kind of tell us what we need to analyze. So it might be a math module test or a reading unit, and then that vision team member will come back to the grade level team. However, if the grade level wants to come together and pick something, that they can definitely adapt it to make it meet their needs. So this is my cover photo for cover page for my protocol. So I started on here with Coronado Elementary School Data Analysis Protocol, and the purpose of this is to collaboratively work together to analyze data for continuous school improvement that leads to the success of all students. And then the time would be 45 minutes, one time per week. And then right here they can put in the date, so that way we keep track of when we're analyzing data. And so we always start off with celebrations, and so how are we working together to achieve success? So under here they can write how their grade level team or specials team is doing and what celebrations that we can focus on first. And then we'll revisit or create and add some new norms before we start. And then we'll start the process by using Bernhardt's School Improvement Plan. So right here is where the introductory would take place, and this is where the vision team leader will present the data topic of discussion and define roles for the team. So that makes sure that everybody is a part of it and not just one person is doing all the work. So to start, who are we? This is where they'll talk about the demographic data. And so use this space to write about the students in your classroom, grade level, and think about the student, staff, and community environment. So how does the demographic data go to what we're analyzing now? And then the second one is, how do we do business? This is going to be the perceptual data, and so we'll focus on the culture, the climate, and then the beliefs. Number 3 is, where are we now? And so use this space to brainstorm where we are currently. So where are our strengths and what improvements need to be taking place? 4 is, why do we exist? So how does the mission statement and the vision relate to the data we are analyzing? So right here they'll kind of summarize our mission statement and vision as a school, and then how does it relate to the data that they're analyzing. Number 5 is, where do we want to be? So this space will be used to categorize notes on the following sections. So the visions, the goals, and then the standards. Number 6 is, what are the gaps? So what gaps do we see with the data? And then we want to think about where we want to be. What is missing in between there? So with the number 4 and 5, what are the gaps and what is missing to help us get there? And then we go into our plan. And so number 7 is, how can we get to where we want to be? So they're going to list the changes that we can make. So brainstorm and think about at least 3 things that can help us get to where we want to be. After they have thought about and brainstormed the 3 things, they'll come down to number 8, and it's, how will we implement? So right here we're going to list the strategies that we can use to make these needed changes. So again, at least 3 things that they can do. After we've made our plan, we're going to reflect. So number 9 is, how will we evaluate our efforts? In this section, they're going to evaluate the data analysis process, what went well, what maybe still needs to improve, and then a question to ponder. Is what we are doing making a difference for our students? So right here, just really think about the efforts that we've been making and what maybe we still need to be doing. Then I created a little graphic for them to follow, so it's kind of an easy thing if they ever kind of forget our protocol. So in the middle it says Coronado Elementary Continuous Improvement Cycle, and then you start with identifying the data that you're going to analyze. Then you come down and you may develop a plan, and then you think about ways you can implement your plan. And then finally you'll reflect. If it's working, maybe what still needs to be improved. Thank you for watching.